What if I told you these built our very world? Forget oil. Forget diamonds. For thousands of years, the most valuable commodities on Earth were born in the lush gardens of India. They were called black gold and the queen of spices. They were worth more than their weight in precious metals. An ounce of pepper could buy your freedom. A pound of cinnamon cost a common man 4 years' wages. This is the story of how the simple desire for flavors sparked a 4,000-year saga of human ambition. It's a story of secret maps, mythical monsters, and divine perfumes. A story of how the hunt for these spices led to the discovery of new worlds, the birth of the world's first corporations, the brutal conquest of empires, and the creation of the very global economy we live in today. This is the story of how Indian spices forged the modern world. Our story begins not with kings or empires, but with plants. In the unique rain-drenched ecology of India's Malabar coast, this was the Cradle of Aromas, the world's original spice rack. First, the king of spices, black pepper. Born on the climbing vines of the Western Ghats. For millennia, it was used in Indian cooking and Ayurvedic medicine, a warming spice to kindle the digestive fire. Then, the queen, cardamom, a plant of divine origin in Indian mythology. Its fragrant pods were seen as a way to communicate with the gods. And finally, the most mysterious of all, true cinnamon. Harvested from the delicate inner bark of a tree found only on the Malabar coast and in neighboring Sri Lanka. But these weren't just ingredients. The Roman Empire became obsessed. The historian Pliny the Elder complained that India was draining the empire of 100 million sesterces every single year, a river of gold and silver flowing east, all for the taste of pepper. This spice became a currency. It was called black gold. Taxes were paid in peppercorns. The wealthy were known as pepper sacks. In 410 AD, when Alaric the Visigoth held the city of Rome hostage, his ransom demand included thousands of pounds of gold, silver, and 3,000 pounds of black pepper. To keep these insane prices high, the Arab merchants who controlled the trade spun fantastic tales. They told of giant cinnamon birds and winged serpents guarding the spice groves. It was the world's first and most successful marketing campaign. For over 1,000 years, they, along with their partners in Venice, held a chokehold on the world's most valuable trade. But that chokehold was about to be broken. By the end of the 15th century, the rest of Europe was fed up. The desire to shatter the Arab-Venetian monopoly launched the age of exploration. In 1498, a Portuguese explorer named Vasco da Gama rounded Africa and arrived on the coast of India. He didn't come to trade peacefully. He came to conquer. Using superior naval firepower, the Portuguese blasted their way into the Indian Ocean, seizing control of the spice trade and shifting its center from Venice to Lisbon. The first European empire in Asia was born, but their monopoly wouldn't last. In the 17th century, a new kind of power arrived. Not a kingdom, but a corporation. The Dutch and English East India Companies were the world's first multinationals, private companies with the power to raise armies, mint money, and wage war, all for shareholder profit. These corporate raiders fought each other ruthlessly. The Dutch seized the valuable spice islands of Indonesia. The English pushed out, focused their efforts on India, and there they found something even more profitable than spices: textiles. The East India Company's quest for profit led it down a dark path, from trade to conquest to colonial rule. The pivotal moment was the Battle of Plassey in 1757. After this victory, a private corporation became the de facto ruler of India. The company's rule was defined by brutal exploitation, ruinous taxes, and policies that drained India of its wealth. The quest for flavor had led directly to the colonization of a subcontinent. The price of spice, it turned out, was the freedom of millions. Today, the world the spice trade created is all around us. The monopolies are gone. Vietnam, not India, is the king of pepper. Guatemala, not India, is the queen of cardamom, a direct legacy of colonial powers transplanting crops to control them. These spices now sit quietly in our kitchens, their violent past hidden by familiarity. But every time you twist a grinder or warm a pastry, you are tasting the echo of this epic story. A 4,000-year journey of divinity, greed, conquest, and creation. They are not just spices, they are the flavor of history itself.